Hello students, today we discuss about gravitational interaction. Working interaction between the masses is known as gravitational interaction, and the gravitational interaction is defined by gravitational force. To define the gravitational force, two masses whose mass is m1 and m2 and distance between them is r. Now the working force between them is depends upon following factor, which is first is force is directly proportional to multiple of mass, and second force is inversely proportional to square of distance between them. So we combine both the equation, then we can write F is proportional to m1 m2 upon r square, and if we remove the proportionality sign, then we take an constant factor g, which is called gravitational constant. If we write this force in vector form, then F vector is equal to g m1 m2 upon r square, and vector form is minus r cap. The vector form of gravitational force is this. Here negative sign define the attraction nature of the force. Now we let that g m1 m2 is r, sorry k, and is any arbitrary constant, then we can write F is equal to minus k upon r square. That is equation 1. Now we discuss about path equation under gravitational force, and we know that the gravitational force is central force, and all central forces are conservative force, and we also define under the central force the path equation is j square u square upon m d2u upon d theta square plus u is equal to minus f of 1 upon u. Here we multiply this quantity here, then d2u upon d theta square plus u is equal to minus f of 1 upon u m upon j square u square. That is equation 1. Now under gravitational force we define that Fr is equal to minus k upon r square. That means Fr is equal to minus g m1 m2 upon r square, and we let that g m1 m2 is k. So Fr is equal to minus k upon r square, and in last lecture we assume that r is equal to 1 upon u, then f of 1 upon u is equal to minus k, and 1 upon r square is u square. Equation 2nd. So from equation 2nd put the value of f upon u in equation 1, then d2u upon d theta square plus u is equal to k square u square upon m j square u square. Here u square to u square cancel out, d2u upon d theta square plus u minus mk upon j square, this term goes to in left side, is equal to 0. Equation 3. Now here we assume this term as any constant which is sine. Now we assume that u minus mk upon j square is sine, and if we differentiate this part with respect to theta 2 times, then d2u upon d theta square, that is the constant part which is 0, and d2 psi upon d theta square. equation 5 become. Now equation 4 and 5 put in equation 3. Equation 3 is that d2u upon d theta square, which is replaces by d2 psi upon d theta square, and second is plus u minus mk upon j square, u minus mk upon j square, which is replaces by psi is equal to 0. So equation 6 is the second order differential equation which have two solution. One is sine form and other is cosine form, but here we take only one solution which is cosine form. Then sine is equal to sine naught cos theta, and put the value of sine, which we assume that u minus mk upon j square is equal to sine naught cos theta. Then u is equal to, this term goes to right side, then mk upon j square plus sine naught cos theta, and we know that u is equal to 1 upon r. And now if we common mk upon j square, then 1 plus j square upon mk sine naught cos theta. Now assume that mk upon j square is equal to 1 upon p, which is any arbitrary constant, and j square sine naught upon mk is E, which is constant, which is called eccentricity, उत्केंद्रता. So equation 7 becomes 1 upon r, and mk upon j square is 1 upon p, 1 plus j square sine naught upon mk is E is and cos theta. So we get r is equal to p upon 1 plus E cos theta. This is the conic equation. So under the gravitational force, path of the particle is conic. Conic equation means in any plane a variable point and the ratio of a fixed point and distance between them is always an constant quantity. मतलब कोई चर बिंदु, कोई वेरिएबल बिंदु किसी फिक्स्ड पॉइंट, निर्धारित बिंदु तथा उस निर्धारित बिंदु से दूरी का जो अनुपात होगा वो हमेशा कांस्टेंट होगा. दिस इज द conic equation. Now next we prove that eccentricity E is equal to under root 1 plus 2e j square upon mk square. So we note that under the central force, total energy of the particle is constant, which is we defined in previous lecture. So E is equal to half of m dr upon dt square plus j square upon 2mr square plus u is equal to constant. And gravitational potential energy u is equal to minus g m1 m2 upon r. We know that F is equal to minus du upon dr. Force is central force is conservative force and the force is negative gradient of potential energy. Then if we can write this F is equal to du, if we integrate then we get u is equal to minus g m1 m2 upon r square. Put the value of F here, which is minus g m1 m2 upon r square. dr is equal to minus du, and if we integrate both sides, then the potential energy u is equal to minus g m1 m2 upon r becomes, and we know that g m1 m2 is r is any constant which is k, then u is equal to minus k upon r. So in equation 1 we put 8u is equal to minus k upon r. So equation 1 is E is equal to half of m dr upon dt plus j square upon 2m r square minus k upon r is equal to constant. Now to find out the value of eccentricity, we take the r as minimized. So all the r will be goes to minimize, r minimum and r minimum is constant. And from conic equation we know that r is equal to p upon 1 plus e cos theta, and for minimum value of r, cos theta will be maximum, and maximum value of cos theta is 1. Then r minimum is equal to p upon 1 plus e, and if we derivative this part with respect to t, then this is 0. Equation 3 and 4. Now we know that is energy E is equal to half of m dr upon dt का whole square, then dr upon dt is 0, so this term is 0, plus j square upon 2m r square is p upon 1 plus e whole square minus k upon r, and k upon r is also p upon 1 plus e. Now E is equal to j square, this term goes to upper side, then 1 plus e square upon 2m p square minus k 1 plus e upon p, and we know that p is equal to j square upon mk. Previously we defined this, so j square 1 plus e square upon 2m, and put the value here. J square is j4 upon m square k square, and here also put j square upon mk. So cancel out all the term and we get equation this. Now here we common mk square upon 2j square. So here only 1 plus e square minus mk square upon j square outside, which is common part, and 2 in multiple with 1 plus e. Now 1 plus e, that means a plus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab, and 2 is multiply inside the bracket, then we get it. Here 2e2, 2e cancel, then e square, and minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. So now from here we get eccentricity E is equal to 1 plus under root 2e j square upon mk square. Eccentricity E square is equal to 1 plus 2e square 2e j square upon mk square, and E is equal to root of 1 plus 2e j square upon mk square.